can't you tell I'm not used to this dress faffing about? Hi, anyway, so um, as you know, I don't do reviews of comics, weekly comics as much now. I will do if there's like a new issue one, and there's quite a few new issue ones, and there's a new jumping on issue as well. So there's going to be one, two, three, four, five, six comics in total. And yeah, so let's get started. I will be doing another individual comic soon. I've just not read it yet, and it's going to be the second part of the one I did a few months back, which was the Alan Moore two-issue Superman story. What he did. They've done the second facsimile now, but like I said, I've just not got around to reading it yet. So once I've read it, I'll do a video looking at that. So that must be next week sometime. But let's start with this, and I'll just get it in. Just for my OCD, I'll get it into publishing order. So we'll start with one which I wasn't intending to buy, but I just flicked through it and the art's gorgeous. In a way, I kind of got a regret because I think I might have liked to have got the hardback book when they bring that out. But it's one that I know Geeko Hog really likes, and do check out his channel. And it's the latest Elric two-parter. So it's The Sleeping Sorceress, and it's by it's adapted by Julien Blondel for the writing, and art, colours, map and cover by Valentin Sacher. It's the cover. And it's the art that made me buy it. I've not read any Elric stuff in absolutely years, and it's actually made me want to get the previous adaptations, what this team have done, which you can get in really nice hard slipcase of 4 of the volumes. But I was just in the mood for some kind of like sword and sorcery kind of thing, and there's no Conan out this week because we get it a week late for some reason in the UK. As for right, I'll pick this up. It's $4.99, but you get 28 pages of story. This was Marvel book. They charge $6.99 for that. Ooh, 8 more pages. How are we gonna fleece the public this time? But yeah, it was good. It was fun. Like I said, I dove in blind. There was enough to pick. There's enough there for me to go in without feeling too confused. It was great. Like I said, I really enjoyed the Conan comic and the Conan Savage Sword of Conan black and white magazine, and this it hits the same sweet spot, but it's got that wonderful European comic sensibility about it as well. Where it feels special because I'm a sucker for anything like that, as you know from previous videos I've done. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I'll give it an 8 out of 10 because, like I said, I think I do need to read some of the previous books just to fill out the world of Elric a bit. But the story itself, as a whole, there's no confusion. Um, I wasn't left scratching my head, and yeah, really enjoyed it. So it's a very enjoyable experience. The art is gorgeous, and as you can see, there's quite a lot of stuff what I can get, which I most likely will get. Yeah, 8 out of 10. Really, really high quality comic. So we're moving on to DC. First up, this one I didn't pick up when it first came out. This is Barbara Gordon Breakout. And it was my own stupid fault because I saw some reviews, one on Comics Pals. Actually, it might have just been Comics Pals. And they didn't give it the biggest review, didn't give it like the highest marks. I thought, oh, I won't get it then. But then I thought, it's Mariko Tamaki, and I really enjoyed her run on Detective Comics. So I thought, so I was in this. I just popped inside. I've had an extra long weekend. I've had 4 days off work. Yay! So I thought I'll pop into my comic shop today, which I did. And I thought if it's there, I'll pick it up. And lo and behold, it was there. The art is by, I'm gonna say, Nahupan. The art is really, really solid. It's really nice. Funny thing is, though, when I was reading it, if you're in the UK, you'll understand what I mean by this. I could hear the song "Used to Bring Me Roses." So you geeko hog, you're not the only one who sings on the channel. And I just had this mental image of Prisoner's Cell Block H, what used to be on late night TV on when I was a student. So, but apart from that, I enjoyed it. I like a good prison story, and the thing that made me want to buy it was the recent issue of Nightwing and the recent issue of Batman, where they kind of like laying the groundwork for this, but I need to read it, and it was fun. But it needed to be. I think they needed to have a needs to be double length. I think for this first issue because it ends on a kind of cliffhanger, but it's not. It's a bit of a miss. I think this is what bugged Comics Pals, where it was a cliffhanger, but you've no idea who the person is who speaks to her. So it's like, eh. Whereas if you had some kind of, if they showed like this slight outline or something, and it make think, oh, is it that? Is it that person? I think it would grab you a bit better. So I think that was a bit of a misfire, but it was solid. The dialogue was fun. The story was fun. It's corny. It's corny as hell. It's tropes what people have used in all different types of movies and all different types of crime books. But I enjoyed it. Yes, I'm going to get the next issue. I'll give it a 7 out of 10 because I think there is room for improvement. I think hopefully in the next issue we'll see that. And it didn't leave me scratching my head and going, what the fuck, like Batwoman did, which looked beautiful, but it was confusing as hell. And I know quite a bit of backstory about Batwoman, and that left me just dangling in the weeds, not knowing what was going on. But this, at least I could understand it. And so basically, Barbara Gordon, she allows herself to get arrested because they want to go up, find out what's going on with what Vandal Savage's plan is over Gotham, because he's basically become like this superpowered Donald Trump, and it's kind of like almost like well, it's very on the nose. It's like what Donald Trump does. If he doesn't like somebody, he'll make up stories to try and get them arrested, and the whole complete shit show and evilness, what he's done with ICE, etc. So it's very relevant for the time. So yeah, so now she's got to break out. Anyway, I can't get demonetized. I've not got any. I don't have money on this channel. I'm poor, and I don't get people buying me coffees because I'm poor and unloved. I have a wish list, which there's a link for, and I have got a wonderful birthday coming up where I'll be 29 for like the 20th time running, 25th, 26th time running. Who knows? But yeah, I'm going to be older. But so if you do want to be nice and get me something, just go on my wish list. It's all comics related. So if you do get me something, I'll give you a shout out and I will give a review of the book of whatever it is that you choose. But yeah, under no obligations to do that. I just thought I'd mention it because everybody else does it, and I hate doing stuff like that because I don't like. I don't know. I just don't like. It's not in me. I think it's the staunch, reticent British nature of me. But yeah, anyway. But yeah, 7 out of 10. And then we have Green Arrow, Absolute Green Arrow #1 by Pornsak Picoche and Raphael Albuquerque of American Vampire fame, and he also did recently Superman Unlimited, and he was kind of curious because he was originally meant to be the artist for Absolute Superman, but obviously there was a big natural crisis where he lived, so he couldn't do that. But it's nice that they remembered him and put him on this. And to be honest, I think he's much more suited on this. The art is beautiful, the story is fantastic. I really enjoyed it, and it's basically there's this green arrow that appears, but is it Oliver? Because Oliver got killed. No spoiler. It's not a spoiler. Everybody knows about it in the Absolute Special by Al Ewing. So who is it? And it's like he wears this mask. Is it a mask or is that his actual face? And so, and he's targeting all these billionaires. And there's this woman bodyguard who's a bodyguard to these billionaires, and she is basically Dinah Lance, so Black Canary, and it's almost like kind of like a Manhunter scenario, the Thomas Harris book, where she's basically like trying to track him down because it's brutal. It's very, very brutal. You think Absolute Batman is brutal. This more so. There's a lot of violence. Doesn't just use a bow and arrow. He uses blades and everything. There's dismemberments. There's people burning. People having their eyes poked out and stuff. And it's great. There's really intriguing last page. The pace of it is really good. You don't feel like you're thrown into the deep end. You know who the characters are, Paul Sachs a really, really good writer for doing that. He's great at doing this kind of genre. It's very extreme. It's like a very extreme crime noir novel. It's very extreme, and I loved it. It's definitely not for kids. I really enjoyed it. I'd give it, the art's good, the writing, dialogue's good. It's a 9 out of 10. Really, really happy, and I hope it's successful enough to become either an ongoing or get more issues like they did with Martian Manhunter. Now, this one's not a number one, but it's a new launch point, entry point for King Spawn, and my comic shop gave me the variant, which is the black and white ink cover, which I really, really like. So this is by, and of course, being one of Todd's comics, it's got a cardstock cover, $3.99. So it's written by Matthew Roseberg. That's what made me want to buy it, and art by Thomas Nachlik. Now, again on Comics Pals, they said they didn't like the artwork, so I was thinking, oh great, and I've ordered this. I like it. It's grimy, it's gritty. There's an energy to it that I really like. The story's good. So this is all King Spawn or Spawn. There's been like a year's jump, so forget all the Tom McFarlane, I was going to say nonsense about the Tom McFarlane storyline. This is a fresh jumping on point, new characters, and in this issue, basically heaven and hell, everybody knows about it now. They realise it's real. Demons and angels are real. So it's had a massive effect across the whole world. People's religious beliefs, or those who were atheists as well, everybody's belief system has just been devastated. So they're kind of like going, what's the point? What's the point? And it has a really huge effect across the world. It's almost like this. It literally is apocalyptic. And so this is like a year after the Tom McFarlane stuff. And it focuses on this young lad, this guy here. And he's basically hunting for Spawn. And I can't really say any more than that because there's a really brutal and great last few pages, what sets up the scene for the rest of the story. And he finds Spawn. Oh, yes. Or is it? That's what I will say. It's a good start of an interesting mystery. It must be good to pull me in if I don't like Spawn. I like the concept of Spawn, but I've not enjoyed Spawn for a long time because Tom McFarlane has Stanleyitis. I think it's this case of some artists where Liam Sharp's the same, where they feel like they've got to put as many words in as they can when they're trying to write a comic because they think it's to prove that they're a serious writer as well as an artist. No, less is more. And Matthew Roseberg is just a writer, and that comes across, and it's got me hooked. Really enjoying it. It's a fun 8 out of 10. Now, these are the 2 picks of the week for the number ones. First one, I've not heard anybody talk about this, is Of the Earth by Chris Condon of That Texas Blood fame and Ultimate Wolverine, but we're forgiven for that because of that Texas Blood. And artwork by Walking Dead's Charlie Adlard. It's $4.99 for the first issue, but there's a lot of pages in. The artwork, it's Charlie Adlard, so it's great. The artwork is wonderful. And it's a desert noir eco-thriller. And there's kind of like, they set the scene with like these kind of like these fake facsimiles of this writing about this legend. And it focuses on this young girl who's getting away from an abusive relationship. And just like, as each page progresses, the strange ometer, the eeriness is ramped up and ramped up and ramped up. And she ends up going to her grandma's house. And yeah, we'll leave it there. But the art is wonderful. It's just great. I can't reveal anymore because it's a great thing at the end. It's really wants to get the next issue. And like I said, not enough people talk about it because I think some recent releases kind of like overshadowed it. And it's a shame. This is brilliant. Bloody brilliant. I like Chris Condon when he's doing his indie stuff. Yeah, it's a 9 out of 10. It's a perfect comic. Really good, solid art by Charlie Adlard as well. And then we have Odin. Again, $4.99, but again, it's an oversized issue. It's written by James Tynion IV and Marguerite Bennett. What I do like about it, he gives Marguerite Bennett top billing. He's very, very gracious with the people that he works with. Art by Letizia Cadonici, and they are very, very similar to the artist whose name passes me by, who the artist from Something is Killing Children. It's got the same kind of vibe of gorgeous colours by Jody Belair, letter by Tom Napolitano. I'm not very familiar with that letterer, but he's a good letterer in this. Great opening page, such a straight in. So basically, I think a lot of people talk about this, but basically the scenario is this woman undercover. She's an investigative journalist, and she ingratiates herself into this neo-Nazi group of young people, because on the dark web and that lot, and just like with incel culture and that lot, young people nowadays, there's very much a shift to the right wing, to intolerance, to hatred of people with different ethnicities, different sexualities, etc. And this is what this is focusing on: how these young people have become brainwashed by what they've seen on the web, and they've formed this gathering, this group of neo-Nazis, and they're going to meet up with this other guy who's organised everything, and they are basically going to stay at this place for a few days to summon Odin, because obviously they're saying that there's no they reject Jesus because he's the Jewish God, and they want a pure white God, which is Odin. So this guy is this rich guy who basically is introducing them to this ceremony where they can allegedly bring up Odin. And oh my god, a lot happens. So they enter into, they do this ceremony where they drink this wine and they put the blood in it, and they just start hallucinating like fuck. And then time passes by, and events happen, and it goes into the horror side really, really quickly, really deeply. It really makes you feel dizzy with it, how it goes about. And things happen where you're going to be damaged for life with what if you experience what they experienced. And oh my god, fantastic cliffhanger! This was brilliant. It's brilliant. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. It was just perfect, perfect art, perfect colours, perfect story, seamless. I don't know who did the writing. I don't know who wrote what with between Marguerite Bennett and James Tynion IV, but it was fantastic. If I see a comic that's got James Tynion's name attached to it, I will try it, and I know 9 out of 10 times I'll carry on buying it because he doesn't let me down, and this is no different. If you're going to get any of the books out of PAL here, these are two I highly recommend. Really, really fun to get some new number ones. These are all different genres, and each one was very satisfactory. So I hope you enjoyed that. And I am now going to record some more stuff. So I won't. So you don't think I live in these clothes? It's just because I'm recording things back to back. Okay, bye. Not that you bothered. Bye.